Hello everyone, this is the April 2024 add-on Space Science Lab from the LEGO City Space line. Adds on to the big space base that they did earlier in the year. 560 pieces for this. I paid $35 US for it and built it live over on Twitch. This comes with 2 minifigures and a third, sort of. There's a very small side build, but most of the parts you pay for are concentrated into the core structure. LEGO doesn't do a whole lot of structures these days that are closed up around all sides, but this is one of them, even though it's relatively small. I appreciate that, although from the other angles, the ones that aren't shown on the box that much, it doesn't look that interesting. You know, this is very, very plain looking around this side. This is very plain looking around this side, although it's very functional because ultimately that opens up and gives you the standard airlock connection, which you can use to connect to, again, the larger base set or to any of the modules from the entire line, as well as the last line of space stuff, as well as the last line of underwater exploration stuff. Slightly different color scheme, but definitely can be hooked up to this and, you know, just be made into a larger colony. You've got a battery unit out here. The door on this side slides up, so you can just completely remove that. Unfortunately, it won't just stay in one place. We've got a suggestion of access over here. This is a print, but there are stickers used in the thing. Unfortunately, the dome does not really open up. I would love to see this open up like petals of a flower, but that's not how it's designed to work. These will only move just a slight bit like that. Like you can kind of crack the windows to get a little bit of, oops, I just knocked a piece off the top. You can get a little bit of ventilation there, which I'm assuming you don't want to do because I think you need to be in EVA suits. But, you know, if you imagine this being on a planet or a planetoid or something that has breathable atmosphere, you could do that, but that's the extent of it. You're intended to open this up in a different way, which I'll show you in just a minute. That's a sticker right there. And then this is just a little port for scooters. So various types of space scooters can be docked here. There's an extra battery to hook up to that, and this is the space scooter that's included with this particular set. Wait, is this focusing? Is it not focusing? There we go. Now it's focusing. And, you know, I'll just show you this really quick because I think it's pretty nice. It actually has angleable little side pods there, so you can imagine it doing VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, or short takeoff and landing. And anybody can stand directly behind here. It also accommodates the wheelchair, so you can have a chair-bound astronaut who's still able to get around and do everything that anyone else can in this whole environment here. So that's pretty nice. Some nice small little pieces there, but it's really, really convenient to use this. Also, that side is unpluggable. You can take all of this off and use it as just another standard connection to other modules and then still put this on at the end of the chain. As for how it opens, it goes a little something like this. Very, very simple, very, very easy, barely connected right there with just a click hinge piece and a standard C style of clip. So very little friction between the two, and it opens up completely like this. You can also pull this out if you want to have access there. This is just a bit of alien terrain that I'm assuming the whole thing was built around. So there's a little crystal down here. I guess they just wanted to preserve a little bit of the natural landscape, and they're continuing to grow some of these things inside, which I'm assuming are contributing to clearing up the air and making the air breathable for humans somehow. I don't know, you have to use your imagination, I think, a little bit on that. There's probably an official story, but I like unofficial stories personally. But yeah, just the fact that they really liked this and decided to build their lab around it, I think is pretty cool. And the fact that that can be used as its own thing is also good, as is the ability to get into all of this space so simply and easily. You can kind of make it look bigger than it is, like this, like that. Really feels like there's more here now than there was before. Or you can display it, you know, relatively flat on a relatively up against a wall with a relatively narrow, or excuse me, shallow shelf like that. But most importantly, you can get to all the interior details easily. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of interior details though inside of this lab, other than this alien terrain feature. So sticker right there for a console, sticker right there for a console, and then a couple clips on the side which you could use to hold on to something very, very narrow. And that's it for this section. Okay, the next section just has the door, which is fine. It's a smaller section, and you got to have connection. That takes up space. Okay, and then over here, I guess that's supposed to be like a little kitchenette. And maybe this could be used as a hoop, either for exercise or for just playing some basketball. And you have one single bed right there, nicely padded up. And it has, somebody's watching some soccer over there. And this is a little shower section, right? Okay. And then finally, for the actual lab, it's just this. A couple of consoles with stickers, one single microscope, and a battery that's being tested over here. And then this is the other door. Yep, big on the outside, at least for its price, in my opinion. Pretty big on the inside, at least for its price, but not detailed though. Here are the minifigures, the 2 humans and the 1 alien who has been dressed up in like a kid's astronaut suit. I'm assuming that they either had or had made specifically for them. And there's just, more interaction going on between the friendly humans and the friendly aliens here, which is nice to see. And I just think that looks great. I think it looks super, super fun. The proportions, the colors and everything, it just really, really works out. Got the dark blue over here. This is bright green as the color, different types of visor pieces used between the two. And you also get the kind of jet pack for this one over here. No alternate faces for any of them, unfortunately, but here's a clearer look at the main fronts of those heads. These are the leftover pieces, which include a couple of the small prints, and this is what the sticker sheet looked like. It was very easy to apply these. Again, it was $35 US. It's 40 euros for some reason. That doesn't make sense. It's 35 pounds UK or $45 Canadian. I think the price to volume of stuff ratio here is excellent, actually. I thought it was good, but no, I actually think it's fantastic. But the price to amount of play and quantity of interaction is okay. Okay, just not as good. Again, just all this, wow, that's a bunch of stuff. And I, of course, like these dome pieces. Could have used maybe one more figure, maybe. I like the alien terrain little bit that's there, and the things that do have detail in here are nice. Like that's good. That's good. This is meh. And then this understandably can't be used. So I would expect this to be a little bit less full and full of detail than I would personally want, but that's just kind of realities and limitations. This is a 6+ set only. So that helps to explain it a little bit, but I still feel like it's just not quite enough fun. And yes, it's intended to go with the big set, but it needs to be able to stand alone on its own. It should be able to stand alone on its own. And it feels like it just needs something more. And I'm talking about not with like vehicles and stuff, but more to do here. Yeah. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that this was of some value to you in coming to your own conclusion. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.